Efforts are underway to keep the Nile Theater in Mitchell open for another generation to come. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, there may be a future for the Nile Theater in Mitchell that does not include closing its doors for good at the end of the year or early next year. About 50 people were seated in the theater's comfortable seats Tuesday night, hearing about how a nonprofit organization could be the savior of the downtown landmark. Along with his wife, Ward Critchow has been looking to sell the theater to keep it open, but since the pandemic, it's been losing money, and now a nonprofit may be the only way to do so.
Sarah and I would give the theater, the building, the business, everything to that not-for-profit. And one of the reasons why I'd say not-for-profit is you could probably get grants.
This is what Marla's for.
Okay, Marla, she's going to give me a grant. So to be honest, the projector's going out and one of the speakers is going out. So that's $45,000 right there.
Shane Reinpold is spearheading the nonprofit effort to get a board of directors in place to begin the formal process after already doing some of the background work.
A couple of us came last week and looked at, met with Ward and looked at the front and the back and everything. And I thought it would be something that we can continue on working on. We've contacted the theater in Campbell about how they run, so we've already got that down. I've been to Scottsbluff Midwest Theater and talked to the manager there, so I know a lot of stuff of what they do.
Reinpold asked anybody who may be interested in being part of the organization, especially as a board member, to reach out to him by emailing sfr34@hotmail.com. Well, this year's annual Shop with a Cop event will take place locally on Saturday, December 6th at the Hampton Inn and Suites in Scottsbluff. The Shop with a Cop program allows school districts across the county to nominate children to go Christmas shopping with a police officer. The children get to ride in a patrol vehicle from the Hampton Inn to the designated shopping location, where they get to shop for their family and those who are important in their lives. Scottsbluff Police Chief Chris Brass tells KNEB News the impact of this program is immense for both the officers and the children.
I think for the officers, it's one of their, well, probably their favorite community engagement activity that we do. It gives them a unique opportunity to just spend time with kids, let them sit in the front seat of a patrol car, run the lights and sirens, and then also to shop with them, giving them that opportunity just maybe that they wouldn't normally have. And it's also, I think the kids have a sense of pride in it where they get to pick the things, they get to pick their wrapping, they have control of that situation. And I think it's just fun for everyone all around.
It takes a considerable amount of money to take over 80 children shopping, and organizers understand that money is tight for everyone right now, but donations of any amount are greatly appreciated. For more information, you can find the story on our website at kneb.com. And a coalition called Respect Nebraska Voters filed language for a new ballot measure aimed at strengthening protections for voter-approved initiatives. The proposal would amend the state constitution to require a 4/5 vote of the legislature, up from the current 2/3, to overturn or change laws passed by voters. That same threshold would apply to any new laws affecting the initiative and referendum process, while adding further safeguards to Nebraskans' rights to bring issues to the ballot. The effort follows recent legislative moves that weakened voter-approved measures, including changes to the minimum wage increase, paid sick leave, and new restrictions affecting the medical marijuana program. Supporters say the amendment ensures politicians respect decisions made at the ballot box. The coalition includes community groups, labor advocates, former lawmakers, and leaders from across the state. To reach the 2026 ballot, they will need signatures from 10% of Nebraska voters by July, with a formal campaign launch expected next month. We'll have more news right after this.
The journey of a dream becoming reality. When we're young, a dream develops into a passion. That passion continues to manifest and grows as you do. It becomes all you want to do and all you want to be. It gives you direction. It drives you. Then, your dream has become a reality. When that dream is ready to be reality, Platte Valley Bank will be with you every step of the way.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
Welcome back. 2 of the 4 men charged in a deadly January attack of 15-year-old Wyatt Reeb of Scottsbluff were back in court on Wednesday. 21-year-old Dimitri Enriquez is charged with 3 counts of accessory to second-degree murder and is accused of being the driver for the 3 males who ended up hopping out of the car and chasing down Reeb. 16-year-old Corey Rotherham Jr. is charged with aiding and abetting second-degree murder and aiding and abetting use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony. Both of their cases were continued until January 21st. 19-year-old Ramon Enriquez is facing the same charges as Rotherham Jr. and is scheduled to be back in court next month. Back on October 29th, Devontae Costella was sentenced to 55 years in prison after pleading guilty to second-degree murder. Well, a 37-year-old Alliance man who was arrested in February for pointing a loaded shotgun at another individual was back in court on Wednesday and was sentenced. Corey Rasmussen had pleaded no contest to a Class 3A felony terroristic threats charge and 1 count of assault causing bodily injury back in September. This week, Judge Travis O'Gorman sentenced Rasmussen to 36 months in prison on the terroristic threats charge, the maximum under state law, and a concurrent 12-month sentence on the assault conviction. He received 40 days credit for time already served and will also have to serve a term of 9 months post-release supervision following incarceration.
Welcome to Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. Whether you're a wine enthusiast, a whiskey sommelier, a tequila connoisseur, or you just love your beer, Kelly's has the best selection of what you're looking for. Family owned and operated since 1946 and right on 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Come see us today at Kelly's Liquor, your liquor cabinet. And remember to be a good neighbor. Don't drink and drive. Kelly's Liquor, West 27th Street in Scottsbluff.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
I'm Jason Jorgensen. It's once again time for another installment of Husker Chat. It is brought to you by Acres Equipment. We are joined by Sean Callahan, the publisher of Husker Online. All right, we get set for the big game at Penn State, but already this week, Sean, there's been some breaking recruiting news that has Husker Nation aflutter. What's your take on this latest development with the youngest Raiola?
Yeah, Dayton Raiola decommitted from Nebraska on Wednesday morning. It became official at that point, and just things have happened so quickly. And Matt Rule was at his game Friday, but there was very little buzz about that. It just not a lot came out of that. I don't know how much even conversation Matt Rule had with the Raiola family at the game or anything. And then here we are. By Wednesday, he's no longer a part of the class. I think part of it is Dayton just wants to go his own route. I just think he probably recognizes the situation here with Dillon, with TJ Lateef, with Trey Taylor coming in down the road. And he was always just going to kind of be probably the odd man out as far as the way it at least shapes out, as far as the money you're paying certain players and how it works out in the new world of college football. So he's made the decision to go his own route, and we'll see kind of where that goes. But I'm not sure we expected this 2 weeks before signing day.
Had his offer list improved at all?
No, because they weren't really shopping for offers. I mean, the thing about Dayton is he didn't go to camps. He didn't really do a lot of things. So he wasn't really putting himself out there. And I do think most of the college football world recognized that he was going to probably play with his brother. So a lot of people just didn't really go on him that hard because they knew that Dillon was here, the uncle was here, and it just made sense that he was going to be a Husker. And that's how it played out. So I just don't think a lot of people were even evaluating him. And remember, Jason, quarterback recruiting happens so quickly. These kids that are, his age, when they're sophomores and juniors is when they make their decision. So by the time you're a senior, the hay's already in the barn at that point before you even throw a football as a senior.
Let's talk about the guy who's a quarterback now. We've not spoken since the UCLA game. That was a pretty impressive performance by Mr. TJ Lateef out there in his hometown.
Yeah, TJ Lateef, I don't know if you could have drawn up a better debut for a guy making his first start on the road, but he was home. I mean, he was from Compton, California, so to be able to do that in front of lots of friends and family, it was just such a special performance for the young man. And I don't know if you could have asked for a better debut. 13 of 15, 3 touchdown passes, the mobility he brought on some run plays, but just moving around out of the pocket. It was exciting to see the development that he had made already in just 1 year.
To me, the whole offense looked better. Did you get that sense of it?
Yeah, when you run the ball like that, everything else kind of improves. And they weren't running for big plays, but they were running it very consistently. Emmett Johnson only had 2 runs of 10-plus yards, no runs of 20. So it was just a lot of, I'm going to use a baseball analogy, a lot of solid singles up the middle. And then they were able to really build off that. And when they wanted to throw, they were pretty easy reads and throws because of the balance the offense had with Emmett Johnson, Lateef's mobility, and then at that point, those receivers tended to be running a little bit more free.
Today on Husker Chat, we are talking with Sean Callahan of Husker Online. It's brought to you by Acres Equipment. Emmett Johnson certainly is having a great, great season. Maybe he is surprising some. Do you buy any of this Heisman talk?
I think it's a little premature for Heisman because of where the team's at. I mean, for a guy that's not on a playoff team to win the Heisman, it would take kind of an all-time year. And I think Emmett Johnson's having a good year, but to be an all-time Heisman year, no. But that said, Jason, he could be an All-American. He could be the Big Ten running back of the year. He could be a finalist for the Doak Walker Award. I still think Jeremiah Love today from Notre Dame is probably the favorite to win the Doak Walker. He's got more rushing yards than Johnson, and he's on a better team. So I think today, and Love is regarded arguably as one of the best draft prospects too. I think that's where the votes will go today, unless Johnson just goes off here down the stretch. But, by Black Friday, I mean, how many of the ballots will still be out there? I mean, for Doak Walker, when will the ballots actually go in? But it would be cool to see him at least a finalist for that award if he doesn't win it.
It certainly would. He's well deserving. He's had a great year, that's for sure. How about this game at Penn State? What's your read on this? I know a lot of folks are worried about the Husker defense and how they can hang in there and try to slow down this running game.
I've always thought this was one of the toughest, if not the toughest game on the schedule. Going out to State College, look, I know what their record is, but this is still one of the most talented rosters Nebraska will play all year, along with Michigan earlier in the year. And USC, yes, to an extent, But I just think the way Penn State plays, they're physical. They're a line of scrimmage team. They rush the passer well. They have 2 good running backs. There's a lot of things that make us a tough matchup for Nebraska. That's why the point spread's by far the biggest that Nebraska's faced as an underdog. And, I think they've caught a break, though, with the crowd. I don't know if this is going to be your traditional, Penn State night game crowd because of where their season's at. They've never played a night game this late in the year either, Jason. It's kind of a unique deal that they're playing a November 22nd night game.
I know you've been there before. What's that night atmosphere like at Penn State?
02 was actually the only true night game I've been to there. They played a lot of 3:30 games there, which end up being night games later. But 02 was probably one of the most raucous atmospheres I've ever been to in my career. They had kind of struggled for a couple years there under Joe Paterno, and that was the year that really got it going for him with Larry Johnson and Kama Ali and some of the players that they had on that great team. And it was one of the most raucous crowds I'll ever remember, as far as just how hostile they were to Nebraska, and the fans were, back by 2011, the next time we went out there were people that were nervous to go back out there because the 2002 game was such an intense environment.
Well, I hope you have a great trip, and hopefully Nebraska shows up and plays well again. I mean, it looked like they certainly took a step forward out at UCLA.
Yeah, I thought it was. And, if they can run the ball and they can get Latif comfortable, this will be an interesting game.
All right. Have a safe trip.
Thanks, Jason.
You bet. And that was Sean Callahan, the publisher of Husker Online, joining us for Husker Chat. It's brought to you by Acres Equipment. I'm Jason Jorgensen.
Keep your cash and spend ours. Our Black Friday sale is back. Get 20% off our claim replacement windows and ensemble entry doors with no money down, no interest, and no payments for 18 months. You pay nothing until 2027. Plus, enjoy a Visa gift card for up to $2,000 as our gift to you. Hurry! This Black Friday event is only here till December 13th. Call today or visit rbawyoming.com to book your free estimate.
Let's take a peek at your weekend community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank.
They get us started on
Community Calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
You deserve to have a building that will last for generations. With more than 110 years of experience and thousands of satisfied customers, Morton Buildings is the industry leader you can trust. If you're planning for a garage, farm shop, horse barn, storage building for your RV, boat, or collectibles, there's no better time to buy. Contact your local Morton sales office or visit mortonbuildings.com to get started today.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether you are just starting the business you have always imagined or looking to grow your existing one, we have a business loan to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, Regional West Physicians Clinic Oncology will open a standalone clinic in Medical Plaza South starting on December 1st. Soon to be located directly across the hall from the Infusion Center, the clinic will provide a comfortable private environment for patients and their loved ones, as well as accommodating cancer services support staff in one single location. Cancer Services Director Jeff Krewald says they want patients to be able to focus on healing and spending time living life by making access to physicians, providers, nurses, and support staff as convenient as possible. The clinic was previously located in Regional West Physicians Clinic's internal medicine. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday.